Hello guys, my name is Sergey, I'm a freediving instructor trainer, and today we continue our talk about freediving theory. On the last sessions we already discussed what happens in your body during your breath hold. We discussed that your carbon dioxide level is rising and your oxygen level is going down. When your carbon dioxide level reaches some point, then you're going to have an urge to breathe. This is a contractions of your respiratory muscles in an attempt to bring new air in your lungs or remove old air from your lungs. This is an attempt to make a gas exchange in your lungs. We also discussed that it's not a good idea to artificially change the level of carbon dioxide in your body by doing hyperventilation. We discussed that this is dangerous, and despite the fact that the most maybe elite freedivers in the static world, they do hyperventilation, but for us, for beginner, for intermediate freedivers, it's not a good idea at all. We also discussed on the last session the dangers of the hyperventilation, such as a blackout, that the blackout is a state of unconsciousness. The freediver is not dying, it's just simply losing the consciousness, right? And we discussed why it happens, and it happens because of the low oxygen. So this is what confusing people a lot, let's say carbon dioxide and oxygen. So when you have high level of carbon dioxide, this is what creates urge to breathe. This is what creates contractions. But when your oxygen is low, this is what causes LMC and blackout. So this is usually a confusion. And today we're going to continue with such an important topic as the safety. But before we continue, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the like button. So safety for freediving. There is one thing which is quite always confusing me. We all know that freediving can be a safe activity if we follow safety rules. In fact, if you are following safety rules, then freediving becoming one of the most safest activity in the water. And one of the main safety rules is never freedive alone, never train freediving alone. And then it can be a confusion with this statement. So for example, someone decide to do a breath hold in the water. Let's say decide to do a dynamic in the pool. And then this person asks his friend, can you watch me while I'm doing this? And then it's kind of following safety rule, because now there is two people, but in fact it's still not safe. The safety rules never freedive alone works. So you are a freediver who know how to do a breath hold, and your safety buddy knows how to do safety and knows how to do rescue. So what is the ideal safety buddy? Ideal safety buddy is another freediver who learned freediving on a freediving course, not by watching my videos only, but better if done like a normal, real freediving course with a freediving instructor, and this person is doing your safety. Because when you do safety for someone, you need to understand the theory behind it. You need to understand like how the blackouts can happen, how urge to breathe can happen, what is the difference between urge to breathe and blackout, what to do if someone have a blackout, how to do a blow, tap, talk protocol, how to do a full rescue, how to rescue person from the pool, etc, etc, etc. Only this person can do a safety for you. So what to do if you have someone who agree to be your safety, but he or she is not a freediver? At least you can teach, at least you can explain how to do safety correctly. Again, this is not the best solution. The best solution if this person gonna learn safety from the freediving instructor. You also can show my videos. Like I said, there is going to be links in the description about how to do safety and how to do rescue in the pool. They're going to be in a description, and also they're going to be on top of the screen. So check out these videos, and hopefully this videos is going to be a nice refresher for you how to do it, and maybe you can also show this video to your freediving buddy. Another crucial point is how often you practice these safety rules, how often you practice these rescue scenarios. Because as any other skill in your life, if you do it something like once or twice, then you're not gonna learn it. So if you repeat the rescue on a freediving course, and by the way, how we do it on our freediving courses, we do first rescue, a couple of rescue situations in the pool, we do a rescue if someone have a blackout or LMC, both in static and dynamic. And then on the next day, when we are going for the open water sessions, then we also repeating these scenarios in the open water. And I guess in a lot of freediving schools they do it the same. So even if you have done, like in our school, you have done it like 5 or 6 times, it's still not enough to like really remember how to do it. So what is my recommendation? My recommendation is to repeat it from time to time. I'm not asking you or your body to have a real blackout, but what I'm asking you, let's say today you do a static session in a pool. So you finish, both of you and your body finish your static training, and then maybe you have 5 minutes left in the pool. Then why not to practice how to do a rescue if someone have a blackout? So you can play this game, so your body is a victim, a little exhale, you done all the rescue procedure, and then you change your roles, and then now your body is gonna do the same for you. Then, for example, for the next pool session, you do a dynamic training. Okay, then let's do the same, let's do a rescue procedure, but with the fins, because it's going to be slightly different. So this is my proposal for you guys. If you're already certified freedivers, if you already know how to do safety and rescue, repeat this from time to time. Maybe not every single session, but maybe in the beginning, especially every second session, and then maybe once per week, then maybe once per couple of weeks, and then when you get like really experienced, that maybe once per month is going to be enough to keep your skills fresh. But again, don't make a huge mistake when you learn these skills, safety skills, rescue skills on a freediving course, and then because hopefully your body is never gonna black out on your watch, and then you never repeat them, and then if emergency happen, you don't know what to do exactly, you forget, and this is totally normal. You forget how to do the skill if you don't use the skill. Okay guys, 2 things to remember from this video. So first of all, when you do safety for someone or someone doing safety for you, make sure that you or this person know how to do safety and how to do rescue. And second, make sure that you have time to repeat the skills. Maybe once per week, maybe once per couple of weeks, maybe once per month. You're repeating the skills which you learn from my videos or which you learn from your freediving instructor. You're repeating how to do a rescue after static breath hold. You're repeating how to do rescue after dynamic breath hold. Okay guys, this is it for today. Hopefully this video was useful for you. Don't forget, if it was useful, click the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now, and I will see you next time.